Good morning, Son of Seven family. It's time for our first conversation. Before we get into that, let me remind you can follow us on our various social media platforms, which include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you miss any of our conversations, you can go on our YouTube channel, subscribe, and also share with your network. And as well, share all our social media with your network. Stay updated with what happens on Sun Up on 7. And once more, we thank you so much for doing that. So, time to talk about new industries on the horizon for Belize. So joining us via Zoom, we have Miss Nancy Marin, who's been working on an ostrich farm. And joining her, we have Hans Broder, who is from a representative from Belize, Latin America. So first off, we're going to be talking about this proposed project, which is about having an eco-friendly skating space in Belize. So we're going to be talking to you both, Miss Nancy and Mr. Hans. Good morning to you both. Let's do a quick check-in before we get into our conversation. Nancy, how are you feeling this Friday?
Good morning, guys. We're feeling great. Thank you for having us on Channel 7. We're always tuned in and always supporting you guys. So we're very, very happy to be with you. Good morning, Hans. Thank you for joining us and welcome to Belize, even if it's via Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Nancy, for those words, and thank you for supporting Sun Up on 7. Hans, how are you feeling this morning?
Good morning, Belize. Wonderful, warm good morning. Very excited to be part of this very innovative project and very looking forward to skate very soon in Belize.
I know that sounds super exciting. And I'm thinking about it. Like in all my years, would never say, "Oh, we're gonna go to a skating rink in Belize." So I really want to talk to Miss Nancy about this. How did it come to be? Like, was there any research? Like, what was the thought process of thinking, you know what? We need a skating rink in Belize. Like, I think that is what we need. We're going to make it happen. How was that thought process?
Well, Belize, we're in love with Christmas. When it comes, we decorate early. I know my kids can't wait for Halloween to be over so they can start and everything. And we always we travel, go on vacation, and see skating rinks. And a few years ago, I started thinking, why can't we have one in Belize? And everybody started telling me, oh, it's too hot. That's crazy. How can you have ice skating in Belize? And then I went to Mexico and I saw Belize promoting in Mexico. And I immediately got online and wrote Hans an email. And I think I said something like, hey, I need to have a skating rink in Belize. Tell me how I can do this. And Hans replied to me and said it totally can be done. I said, but we're in the tropics. And then he started explaining to me. And I said, oh, excellent. We can have ice skating in Belize. Let's do it. I think our children in Belize deserve it. We have a huge population that sadly may never leave Belize to experience this kind of winter sport, winter activity. And it is fair that we bring to Belize what our people cannot reach abroad for. Right. So we want to have it, a new sport, a new entertainment, something safe, healthy for the family to do. And hey, if we can do it without harming the environment, like we're doing it with Belize, it puts the icing on the cake.
Definitely. Miss Nancy, I have to commend, how innovative you are and just thinking outside of the box. Like, it always stands up for me from your character. And I love that you're thinking, what next can we bring to Belize and how can we continue developing it? So I have to commend you on that. And just thinking about skating, makes me just so excited.
The child doing the eight and all of these things. I can
Right.
imagine the events that could come from this. And you mentioned something that's I don't think a lot of people are thinking about. Many of our children will never have that opportunity to go out abroad and go on a skating rink.
Right. So let's bring it here. Right. So let's learn about Belize and how is this skating arena or the skating space is gonna work out. Hans, let's learn more about your company.
Well, Belize, we're from Switzerland.
Okay.
All Belize members, we grew up on ice. We're passionate ice skaters. And I like the word your colleague just mentioned. Our vision in Belize is we want to bring the winter sport, the ice sport, to every kid in the world. Unfortunately, if you skate on nature ice, you depend on climate circumstances and economic circumstances because it's a very expensive sport. Thanks to our technology, we don't depend on energy. So our technology doesn't consume energy and water. We protect the environment, and we can bring the skating sport to any place on the world. We don't depend on climate, on temperature. Basically, we can install it everywhere at any time of the year. And this is the most beautiful part about my job. I installed ice skating rinks in the most craziest part of the planet where you don't expect to ice skate. And the most beautiful part of my job is seeing these shiny eyes of the kids skating, because they see it on Hollywood movies, and now they can also have this opportunity to skate. And yeah, this is what I love about my job, bring the sport to every place in the world.
I could tell that you love it. You see your face and the way how you're talking about it. There's a sense of passion you can see. I really want to ask though, you don't have to give us this full secrets, but it's eco-friendly. It's not really ice, but it's ice. So what is it made of exactly? Because it can go in the tropics. So I'm thinking, what is this?
Exactly. Well, the recipe, it's very safe in the Swiss Alps. We keep it there. We don't share it with anybody. All right. But well, I can show you here through the camera. So this is basically the ice.
Wow.
So the material, it's very hard. It's not cold, but it looks very simple. But there's a huge technology behind it. So we produce it in Europe, and you can skate on it already with conventional ice skating rinks. It is so close to nature ice that already professional skaters are training on it, hockey skaters and figure skaters. And we are already installing professional ice training center for team skaters. Exactly.
Wow. I'm looking at it. It really does look like ice. Like, wow.
It really does.
And we're seeing pictures here, like looking at these kids.
It looks like ice. It feels like ice. It skates like ice.
But it's just not cold.
Pretty similar. It's just not cold. Exactly. Yeah. And it's not made out of water. So because a nature ice skating rink consumes a lot of water and a lot of energy. 1 square meters consumes per month the energy of one household. And we save all that energy and protect the environment.
Hans, I want to ask, in regards to keeping or sustaining this ice, not really ice, but ice ring, how do we sustain it for generations and generations to come? Is there like a process? Do you guys deal with that on your part?
Year long?
How does it, how does it go with that?
I didn't understand your question. Can you repeat it, please?
How do you sustain it? Like, how do we keep the ice rink or the eco-friendly ice rink, alive? So how do we take care of it then?
Maintenance of it.
Maintenance. Okay. Well, the maintenance is also a big advantage for our technology, and you have to clean it daily with a brush to remove the dust, and clean it with water once a week. That's everything. So we also save a lot of cost in maintenance in comparison with a normal nature ice rink. So it's pretty easy. Any person in the world can operate this kind of rinks with our technology.
Love it. So I want to bring Miss Nancy into the conversation. So Hans, thank you so much for giving us the background into how Glice works, and specifically, how this ice, not so ice operates as well. What would it take for us to have this compound or this complex in Belize, Miss Nancy?
Take some money.
I would think so.
I'm doing it as my project on the Ranchcraft Eco Park, where we also have the ostriches. I really want the Eco Park to be the family place for our families to come together, our children, the activity place. It does require a lot of investment, but when we open on Christmas, you're going to see why it is worth it to me to do it, and why it is worth it for our sponsors that are coming in with us to be a part of it. Because when you can set up a Christmas village right off the George Price Highway, It's huge.
So I am. You mentioned Christmas. Is this Christmas 2022?
Christmas 2022.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
A Christmas village with us.
And there was a viewer here that talks about in Guatemala, every Christmas, the city council provides free ice skating for the kids and they really look forward to it. So I'm thinking now, like, oh my goodness, ice skating in Christmas for Belize, like, is something people did not even dream in their wildest dreams, something to happen here. And so
I dreamt it, so somebody dreamt it.
Somebody dreamt it, but I'm thinking the normal kids haven't been dreaming it. But that's incredible.
We see a lot of our population is really hooked on all of these Hallmark movies and these Hollywood things, and I see online a lot of the women, a lot of the mothers will sit and watch all of these romantic, and most of them have ice skating in it. So it's actually bringing Hallmark alive to Belize as well.
Definitely.
It's part of it.
Thank you. So it's definitely something to look forward to Christmas 2022, our own Christmas village. Well, thank you. Thank you for making it happen.
Skate on Christmas.
Yes.
You can skate in a big June or whatever it is because,
I agree.
So
Ms. Nancy, now let's move on to the topic of ostriches. So
before we move on, we do want to say that I want to commend one company in Belize that has actually shared the vision and the excitement with me, and that's the Bowen Company. They're on board with us with the slice, with the ice skating rink, and sometimes you knock on doors and people think that your idea is completely crazy, and then you knock on the door of somebody that has the experience that Bowen has. And they get as excited as we do, so we're very happy. And I do want to thank them for sharing the vision with me. We do need more sponsors. So I'm stealing the opportunity from Channel 7. Thank you.
By all means.
To ask companies that want to be a part of us to really, get on board. This is the time. We have 6 months to show time, and it's gonna happen. The more you get on board, your company has not just a goodwill, but your branding will be huge out there, not just in Belize, but around the world, because we have a hockey team in Canada that wants to come do a competition with us here already.
Wow.
Even before. We have people from Mexico, from Guatemala, from around the Caribbean that are asking, hey, what's going on? We want to be a part of this. So it's not just good for Belize, it's also good for the region.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. And you rightly mentioned it's a village. So there's many ways how we can contribute to make this village happen. And there's many ways how people can benefit from it. Hans, before we move on to the ostrich topic, do you have any last words to share with our viewers?
Yes, well, you have 6 months to practice roller skating.
Okay.
And let's meet us all in December in the big inauguration. We're very excited to bring the winter magic to Belize. Pandemic is over. We can celebrate again all together this wonderful best time of the year. And really looking forward to travel to Belize next December.
Awesome.
So we're going to be seeing you skating. It's going to be super exciting.
Actually, I hope that we can get the opportunity to go and skate there.
Yeah.
Have a sun up skating
Hans,
trip.
are you going to teach us to skate? Because honestly, we don't know. So we're going to be learning for the first hand there. So Hans is going to be our personal.
I would love to do an introducing section for skating.
Would absolutely love that.
That would be
Thank you so much, Hans. Yeah. So, all right. Let's move on to the new industry in the horizon.
But we just want to really thank you so much, Hans, for
being here. Yeah.
allowing this vision for Miss Nancy to come alive, for your passion too as well. I know it plays a crucial role in making everything happen, and we're looking forward to your visit in December. We have 6 months to make this thing happen. So you have an amazing Friday and a very safe weekend, and we thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Yes. All right.
So Miss Nancy, we're gonna move into this ostrich farm. You just keep it coming. You just keep going. Like Kevin said, it's just such an admiration to be able to see you, thinking about these innovative ways to make things happen, make our Belize a better place for our kids to be, a better market for other business owners out there. I won't lie to you, right? Like when we first heard about ostriches in Belize, having an ostrich farm, I was like, I didn't think it was really true at first because I didn't associate Belize with ostriches. You think about the other countries, I think about Africa or whatever it is, having ostriches. So can you tell us a little bit about, what has been going into your thought process? I know you've been dreaming a lot because you dream about this ice ring And then now you're dreaming about the ostrich farm.
But it's more than a dream because it's already
it's a whole theme park.
Yeah, you already have been working on your management plan. You've been already applying for your permits. So where are you currently when it comes to the ostrich farm? Like as I mentioned, the Food and Agriculture Organization has called this the farms of the future because ostriches are easy to maintain. They do not require a lot of land space, but are also like very, very lucrative. And there's so much countries that have embarked in this initiative. So tell us, where are you now when it comes to your farm?
Well, it's difficult to tell exactly where you are when it has been a 7-year fight to do something like this in Belize. It has not been easy. The 7 years that I've been fighting for government to just even accept my application, to even consider something like this, like the Prime Minister himself said, it's something that he didn't even think about, he didn't think was possible. So that's what we face, that, you know, people that have vision, that want to do something, that believe that they have the responsibility to develop our country, like I do. We face a challenge when we try to convince people that do not have the vision or that do not think out of the box. You know, then we are considered the crazy ones, the missing links, I don't know what all. I've been called all the names in the world when it comes through this ostrich fight.
I could imagine.
And it's okay because, like you guys said, I am a dreamer. I am crazy to think about things like this. I'm crazy to think that one woman, one farmer can make a difference. But I've proven that we can.
Yes.
And so I'll continue. You know, the ostrich, they finally, this administration has finally accepted my application, and thankfully my application did not go missing this time.
Oops.
And after all of the battles, Baha and forestry are now trying to work together instead of competing with each other. So I have sat with Baha. I have had a private technical meeting with them. And then on the second meeting, we did invite Minister Karim Musa. He was being left out of the equation, and I requested that he be included because he is the one minister that did visit. I invited all, and he's the only one that visited. He's also the minister that presented the paper to cabinet. And so I really want to thank him for that, and thank him for sharing this vision with me, thanking him for supporting ostrich as a livestock. Where we are now is that I'm waiting for the permits. I'm waiting for a visit. It's going to be a joint visit with Baha Forestry and New Industries. They will do the visit on the 27th of June. I was really hoping to get this done by the end of June, because what happened last year is that the breeders have until June to sell the chicks that they will sell, and what they don't sell gets divided either into their breeding stock or into their fattening stock. Once that happens, we have to wait a whole year to get the ostriches again. So I have to put down a deposit, and I pray to God that I don't lose my deposit again because of government setbacks. That's where I am right now, trying to push them to get this permit for me to be able to set a deposit. If I put a deposit before the end of June, I secure the animals. But what secures me that I won't lose it if government comes up with something else? So I will be satisfied and I'll be happy and secure when I have that permit in my hands. As far as right now, it's promises from government, and once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, I hear you with that.
Totally
so thank you so much for sharing that background and where you currently are in the process, Ms. Nancy. This has been an initiative that has been endorsed by the chairman of Baha. And basically, he has also put the news out there for anybody that's interested in this farming to also join the initiative. What are your thoughts on that? And do you have a call for farmers that might be interested in joining you? How can they go about joining this industry?
I want to see local farmers. This is an initiative that I fought, and I'm thinking out of the box, not just this, but other agriculture initiatives like the macadamias that we've started already for local farmers. And I'll tell you why. I don't want to get too political and start a fight here on Channel 7. I have a knock of doing that. But Belize has sold its food sovereignty, and it's very dangerous when we depend on one group or one ethnicity. Now, I'll say for the record that I am not racist. It is not against a race, my issue. My issue is pro small farmers, pro people that have been left out of the box. Belize has sold its food sovereignty to two ethnicities, to the Mennonites and to the Chinese community or Taiwanese Asian community. To the Taiwanese and the Chinese in our groceries, we don't have any more moms and pop shop. They're taking over the hardware as well. Our people have been left out of that. We can't compete with multi-million-dollar investments that come in. It is the onus is on government to organize these and to tell investors what they can and cannot invest in. That is not closing the doors to free trade. That is protecting our people that needs protecting. We sold our food sovereignty to the Mennonites. When you allow one ethnicity to import feed, to retail feed, to control the poultry market, to control the livestock as far as cattle, then you really give them, you hand over their food sovereignty. As we saw it when we were having the battle with the vaccines, and the Mennonites said, well, we're just going to leave Belize. And what are you going to do? Belize is going to starve. That's the mentality that they have now because they have that control. And Belize really needs something for itself. So I am not being racist. My grandfather was as white as they are with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was from Lebanon. He also was an immigrant. I cannot be racist because I'd be betraying my own. But at the end of the day, I was born and grew up here in Belize, and I have to feel for my people. So my fight for Ostrich to be local is just that we need something of our own. A farmer can raise enough ostriches to make a living in 10 acres of land. We're not requesting thousands of acres like the Mennonites requested and have. We're not requesting anything additional from government at this point. We're just saying, please protect the industry for local farmers. I'm not fighting just for myself. I put myself out on the front line. I took all the licks. I fought for 7 years, and it's not just for me. It's for small local farmers so that we can make a living. The ostrich, as you said, is very lucrative, very profitable. Everything from the ostrich is money. We can sell the meat. We can tan the hide into leather. We can use the feathers. We can use the feet of the ostrich. We can even use the fat. It converts into oil, and it's known as the yellow gold because it's it is actually the most expensive oil in the world right now. And all this is the eggs. We haven't even mentioned the eggs. The eggs, you use the eggs. You can use the eggs for eating, for breeding. You can use it for arts. They create beautiful lamps, and just the shell of the eggs is sold for hundreds of dollars. And depending on the art you create on it, it adds value. So we're also looking at our creative sector. They can also benefit from the ostrich. It's a win-win situation, but we have to protect it for our own, because imagine if we have 10 farmers that can invest only in maybe 6 ostriches, and then you get the Mennonites that come and they can buy, I don't know, hundreds of ostriches. And they will corner the market if we allow them to come in. And so that is my fight.
Okay.
They have enough and they can keep their corner and will allow us. But if government wants free trade, like Minister Musa said, then by all means, allow us to invest in Spanish Lookout, allow us to own land in Spanish Lookout, allow us to invest in Caribbean chickens, in Reimers, allow us to be able to invest, allow us to bring in our own feed and to retail it as well, if we want to talk about free market.
Okay.
That is my position on it. Sorry, I went.
No. We appreciate it.
And
there are a lot of people in the comments talking about, they understand we need to band together. And that's just my last comment to you, Miss Nancy, because the one thing that we have to say about the Mennonite community, about the Asian, the Taiwanese community, they tend to band together. So it's not just one person buying anything. It's a group of them that they come together. Even the Hindu community, all of them, like when they're buying anything, it's a group of them. And so the advantage that they have over a lot of our Belizean people, Belizean to the core, is the fact that our Belizean people stand alone a lot of times and they don't band together. And so I don't know if it would be for you to be able to like start something where people can know that
like
we'll come together, an association where we can be able to like be ostrich farmers, that we can like, because you see all the knowledge that you were talking about, what can come from the bird. I'm sure a lot of people don't know that. They don't know even how to branch into that, how to market it off, because you obviously have links. And so it would be something great to have you ban an association where people can get and venture into the market. They know the barriers to entry. They know what the profitability can come from the market. So that is my only take for when it comes to that, because I really do see the vision that you're coming from. It's just also for our people to know we can't do it by ourselves at all.
We have started to form an association. And we actually have now 16 farmers, small farmers, Belizean farmers, that are interested from all the way from Corozal to the south. People have been getting in touch with me saying, we are interested, we're born Belizeans, we have our own land already. We don't know what to do with it because anything we go into is being imported. We have this problem, so we are interested into ostriches. We do have it. So, and you're right, banding together is what it's about. I look at Spanish Lookout and the system that they have. It's beautiful. We commend them. They have worked very hard and they have developed a very strong socialist system. Not many of us realize that it is a socialist system.
Yes.
But then when I talk about socialists, they're the first ones to say, oh, she's socialist, she's communist, oh my God. But that's a system that they're governed under. And we can't get into that system because that's what they have. But we have a lot to learn from them. We have a lot to learn from the Chinese, how they buy in bulks from the Hindu Indian community. Yeah. And that is what I'm trying to achieve with the ostrich. If Belizeans can only give me a break to really bring you together, allow me to unite our people, at least under the agriculture sector.
Yes.
It's
a plea. It's a plea right now for people to join the association. For people out there, for farmers, I know I've actually had several comments too as well talking about what is the contact information for you, because people want to know how can they get in contact with you. So could you give us, as we're wrapping up this segment, could you please give us your contact information so people can know, where to reach you, how they can start that conversation, whether it be for themselves or somebody that they know that can venture into this market or that can be able to assist with the ice rink or whatever it is. Could you give us?
Yeah, my number is public domain by now, but it's 628-1758.
Great.
So 628-1758 for those viewers that have been asking how to get in contact with Miss Nancy. And where's the ostrich farm too as well, Miss Marin?
The ostrich farm is in Georgeville, right on the highway. You can't miss it. We have our signs up already. It says Ranchcraft Eco Park. And the ostrich farm is actually behind that. Because of biosecurity, we will keep only 3 ostriches per show because we have been working through the Ministry of Education in accommodating school groups to come visit. It is very important for children education to be able again to see something that they wouldn't be able to see in Belize until now. So that part is very important, and we want to keep that in the eco park. And then we will close off the ostrich farm for now because of biosecurity until we can establish protocols for safety for the ostriches and for people.
Great. Ms. Marin, it's been a pleasure having this conversation with you. We thank you so much for joining us and share all of these like innovative opportunities for Belizeans to engage.
The doors of vision is opening
keep
right
making
now.
things happen.
We're so proud of you for opening these markets for our Belizeans out there. For all the viewers that are asking how to join, what's the contact information? She's already given her contact information. Give a message, give a call in and start that conversation. She's not far away. I'm sure you can be reach her too also on Facebook as well. Just in case you didn't get the number, you could go back and play it. But let's remember, guys, it's all about banding together. There is a market available. Let's get the resources. Let's pool together. No man is an island. And let's try our best to see how we can uplift our people. Again, thank you so much, Miss Marin, for giving us this conversation, giving us all this insight. Guys, the association needs to start. So it takes you to make it happen. And so with that, we go to our next commercial break. We'll be right back.